So that was your intro, Sagittarius. I made that shit up. So maybe that's your song. You didn't make something up. There's nothing I have, so you have to be creative. That's your message. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. All right. Seriously now. All right, so I can't believe I have so many decks. I've never actually even done a real reading for somebody else, so go with me with this. I've never, sat down and charged somebody for this. I have done a reading and have somebody insisted they give me a $20 tip while I was bartending because of a reading I've done, but I've never really done this for real. So I am not a professional. I'm just a intuitive little girl who wants to help, and for some reason this is my fire right now, or this is apparently I'm into it because I have so many decks that I have acquired over time for me to play around with. So as you can see, that's a bit Sagittarius-like. To not just dive into something and do it a little bit, but to know exactly how it works, to know every way possible to do it, possibly have every single color, talk to every person, know the best way, the quickest way, the smartest way, and the best adventure. You're good at your adventures and your missions, Sagittarius, so thank you for joining me. Apparently, at some point, this was a mission for me. So what do I have? This is the Medieval Scampini deck. And I do have a lot of decks, but I have to mix a little I Ching of Love in here for you. So these are your two decks. And if for some reason this doesn't resonate with you, check out your moon sign or your rising sign, or maybe it just doesn't resonate with you. It's okay. It is okay that everything you see doesn't resonate with you. Perhaps that means that you should just listen to your own intuition on this one. As I said that, the Eight of Wands jumped out. Usually the Eight of Wands is a lot of information. In this one, I like it's such a weird version. It's like the same couple at 3 different points in their life and or relationship, and it's like the boy and the girl's kids, and they're running from each other, and she's like, I hate you, get away from me, stop pulling my hair. All right, and then it's here, and here they're fighting again, but they're older, and they're equals, and now they're not one's not running away, now they're going at it, girl fighting with each other, right? And then this one, he's like, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to girl fight with you at all. There's just a lot going on. You don't know what's happening. Okay, so let's stick that back in there because I didn't really shuffle yet. What messages do we have for Scorpio? Right? Why did I say Scorpio? I don't know why I said that. Maybe somebody out there is dealing with a Scorpio. I did just finish Scorpio. I sound like a repeat in another video. Maybe I just think of the last thing I've done. I've got to get my brain or my intuition on track to think of the right thing. No, I'm definitely thinking of Sagittarius in my head. I'm definitely thinking of the correct sign here. My dad is a Sagittarius. My sister has a Sagittarius moon. I've got quite a few Sages around me. I have something in Sag and I cannot remember what it is right now. So we're not talking about me, we're talking about you. Right? What rings the bells in your head? What weird things I say make you start to think. Okay? So messages for the highest, greatest good of everybody involved in this scenario to open up your mind and your heart and your soul and your intuition a little bit more so that Sagittarius can go along their way later and start to do this and or just listen to their intuition on their own. And maybe pass along some of this weirdness to somebody else and help them where they were stuck in that part of life that you can't see. So let's help Sagittarius's way. That was a lot of S's. Okay. Messages from God. What their spirit spirit guides, the highest angels of love, beings of light, beings that we don't even know exist. That's a jumper. We're going to keep that. That was the Four of Cups. I don't know why I looked, but I'm going to leave that there. Okay. Want Sagittarius to know. What should Sagittarius know to help them out with what they're confused about? Yeah. See? I'm here making up weird songs like my mom does with all the animals. So maybe you need to start making up shit. Maybe you need to write some music. Maybe you need to write a poem. Write a poem. Go in one of those poem things. They're like rapping things, but they talk about poetry or weird sexcapades or something. In Poetry Slam, people get all drunk and listen to you blab. Alright, 3. And at the bottom of the deck, oh my, everybody is getting these damn decisions. I'm getting tired of this card. Why is everybody making so many decisions this month? Have you all been holding off? Has everybody been sitting on the damn fence too long? April's the time to make the decision. Huh? Alright, so that's the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna shuffle the other deck. Now, this is technically an I Ching deck, but it is the I Ching of love. So it is way more tarot-like than the other I Ching, and I don't read that correctly. I do actually respect tremendously the I Ching, and I do think that it involves more, maybe that'll be one of my tasks for myself, to learn the correct and proper way to put that together. But you have to learn the hexagrams, and it is it's sort of like learning astrology and understanding there's the aspects and the dimensions and there's so much more to it than just learning about the typical signs and their personality traits. So maybe that'll be one of my missions, to truly know the I Ching. But for right now, I am going to read it a little bit more like a tarot and a little more intuitive and whatever sensing, feeling things that I get for y'all. So messages for Sagittarius, the highest, greatest good, everybody involved. So bring me more clarity on the 3 cards that I have down here. One I accidentally flipped over, that's the Four of Cups, and the other 2 are still down. So what do we have? Sagittarius, wisdom. Give them more clarity to what they were wondering, being a little bit in the dark about. April 2016 and or whenever they get this. 1, 2, the bottom is Kuon, number 47. Failure. Maybe you're failing to make a decision, and I have to. Maybe you don't like the decision that was made, and you feel like a failure, that made the wrong one. Maybe you're stalling because you don't want to make the wrong decision. I mean, you have to... This is learning. Look at this card. You know, you got the drama masks, the happy and the sad, and the pool table going on. It's also like a heartbeat. The sun setting, the dark sky, the heart on the yellow heart on the dark pool ball. I mean, this is when passion dries up, when you're feeling empty and deprived. This is telling you to go inward, to go inside for that time of solitude. Maybe you need to go inside first to know how to make the right decision that involves somebody else. Okay, let's look at Sagittarius. Let's look at what we have in the positions, because I hate when I have this. Not hate, hate's a horrible word. I dislike when my thing runs out and I have no more damn room. And then I didn't turn them over. So stop talking and start turning, I say. Alright, so with the Four of Cups here in this deck, you also have 30, Lee, which is falling in love. Okay. You have the 7 of Cups. And you have the obstacle, 39, Chen. All right, and then you have the falling tower. And this comes along with the card of intimacy. The dimension not in the realm of safety, possession, or jealousy. Intimacy has its roots not understood by the 5 senses. It's completely in a realm that is other dimensional. Now, intimacy is the invisible mountain in love. It's a big ass mountain right there in front of you, like kind of like Wonder Woman's invisible plane, but it's a big ass mountain and it ain't moving anywhere. It's just there. You're gonna try to go around it and you're just gonna keep hitting that shit. Maybe your intimacy is your big falling tower, Sagittarius. Oh, I feel like I need to look at these cards. Look at you having the intense reading. All right, let's see what we have. I mean, you have the big obstacle here. You have that rose growing. So beautiful because it sees the sunlight piercing through. And that little seed made it up in that little crack in the mountain and decided that that rose wanted to grow there. There's no other roses, and it doesn't give a damn. It's going to grow and reach the sunlight and kiss the rain that falls down to nourish it and own that crack in the mountain. And the obstacles, when you can't find an escape in view, you have to find another way. So Sagittarius, are you feeling stuck? You know, what's the obstacle? It looks like your stuck obstacle. If you look at these 3 cards, it looks like your obstacle is not much of an obstacle. I mean, maybe this is a mission that you're not comfortable with going on because this mission is breaking the barriers of intimacy. Falling in love is letting yourself be vulnerable. And intimacy is hitting that dark scorpionic barrier, opening up yourself to the places that no one else can go, those dark, deep cracks that are supposed to be for only you to see. I mean, you can look at this a little bit differently. This also looks like this could be a birth canal in a way. You know, it's a little bit Vesica Pisces-ish, like you would see Mary behind. But it's a little bit more rugged. This is a natural birth canal, you know, and you have this rose and it just wants to come out and live and be in the sunshine and have a little life there. And there's danger in being paralyzed. You don't want to be just stuck there. Even the rose wants to move higher towards the light, even though it's there. It doesn't want to just stay stagnant. It wants to come out. So, what's the obstacle for you, Sagittarius? The obstacle's falling in love and intimacy. I guess that can be scary. That can be scarier than any adventure you have to go on. And you got a big ass falling tower, some people riding dragons, and all kinds of things. You have to come back to see it in part 2.